Shrimp Cocktail is one in a trillion. This crustacean sensation is executive producer of the award-winning Shrimply the Best Burlesque. Shrimp is Cleveland's favorite prawn star, in her element when tickling and titillating audiences while stripping out of some ludicrous costume. There's a peeled shrimp joke in there somewhere. Anyway, I had the pleasure of chatting with Shrimp from her home in Cleveland, where we discussed burlesque, comedy, and shitting yourself.
Can you see me okay?
I do. Do you see me?
I do.
All right. Fabulous. You look stunning.
Thank you. I never get to wear this dress, and it's too big anyways, but who cares? Because they can't see it.
To be perfectly frank, I'm wearing sweatpants and slippers. Hello, I am Bradford Scobie of Burlesque Galaxy. I am delighted to be inviting the lovely, the talented Shrimp Cocktail to the show. Hello, Shrimp Cocktail.
Hello.
All the way from Cleveland, Ohio, correct?
Yes. Yes.
How would you describe Cleveland, Ohio?
Well, it's Ohio. So that's that. I don't know. It's nothing super great and it's nothing super terrible. So it's here.
Not super terrible is okay by me, because I'm from New York City, which is super great and super terrible. So yeah. Anywho, now that we have described your hometown, how would you describe Shrimp Cocktail?
Oh God. A weenie. A weenie. That's it.
I would describe you as a oops. Oh my.
My very rude dog is soiling it.
Soiling it? Literally?
Soiling it. No, not literally.
Oh, okay. I was going to say there are pee-pee pads for that. Anyway, so you were a burlesque performer of the comedic ilk, yes?
Yes.
And also a producer of such shows.
Yes.
Can you give me some of the themes of some of your past shows, just to give people an idea of the kind of silliness that you like to indulge in?
We've had 2 SpongeBob themed shows.
Two, of course.
The first one was SpongeBob No Pants, the Burlesque Expedition to Bikini Bottom.
Okay.
The second was SpongeBob No Pants 2, Atlantis No Pantis.
Oh.
It was, I just want to keep doing them just to come up with the names. Also because I have a terrible SpongeBob problem. We've also done a lot of food themed shows. Our last one was the Nudie Foodie. Before that, we had done diners, drive-ins, and dames.
Now, would you just say that you're nerdlesque? Is this what we would describe as nerdlesque?
I guess so. I never really thought of it that way, because when you think of nerdlesque, you think of like Star Wars, Star Trek,
right?
Anime, I guess. I don't know. But I have a lot of SpongeBob hats, and I actually have, this dress does not stretch, but I've got a tattoo of the SpongeBob's flowers.
Wow, that's commitment.
I have like 5 SpongeBob tattoos and more in the works.
I am a massive SpongeBob fan, so I am curious. What kind of acts do you have?
I do a fan dance to Best Day Ever.
Love that song.
And then I have one as SpongeBob from the movie when he does the Goofy Goober rock at the end.
Yeah.
I have a few as Mr. Krabs. One I don't do anymore because I physically cannot do anymore. I won a few awards with it. It was Mr. Krabs with assholes, and it progressed over time, and I finally got it to a place that I really liked, and then I couldn't physically do it anymore. So I was like, all right, I guess there's video to immortalize it, but that's all we got.
I just want to clarify for those who may not know, assholes are tassels on your ass. Pretty self-explanatory, but you never know.
If you don't know SpongeBob, it's still ridiculous and stupid, and you'll have a good time watching, I hope.
Well, as a host, I feel an act it should stand on its own, even if people don't get the reference. You know. Do you do a Squidward?
Not yet. So I'm very picky and I don't want to do a Squidward until I can figure out how to have the extra legs.
Of course.
I wanted to do a tap number Squidward, like from the musical.
Uh-huh.
And I also wanted to sing while doing it too, which again, I'm out of shape. So that's going to be a lot of work just trying to figure out how to use two legs and tap dance and sing at the same time, let alone adding two more legs in there.
That's like a triathlon.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited, assuming I can do it.
Did you have any fun little tales of burlesque adventures in burlesque?
Of course. I was on my way to Columbus for a pinup contest. So it wasn't even like I wasn't even performing burlesque down there, but they had a burlesque show and everything else. And so I went the first night for the pinup contest and my wrists were bothering me. So I was taking ibuprofens for a few days beforehand. And on my way down, I trusted a fart a little too much. And those ibuprofens loosened everything up a little bit.
Oh dear.
And I pooped my pants.
Hooray!
I'm too young for this. I cried. I called my mother and I was crying. I waddled my ass into a McDonald's.
Oh.
But I didn't have any wipes. And of course, McDonald's doesn't have any wipes. It's McDonald's. What am I going to do? Go up to the counter and be like, hello, can I have some wet naps?
Yeah, too bad it wasn't a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, no. So I waddled in. I put some extra, paper towels in my underwear because I was wearing a thong. No, I didn't think that I had actually done it that bad. I was just like, uh-oh, some skids. It was a lie. It was more than just skids. So once I got up to the car, I changed my pants in the car because I was too embarrassed to go back in because I thought that everybody would just know that I shit my pants. So I went to Walmart. I bought some wipes.
Oh my gosh.
I bought some other pants just for fun to make myself feel better. And I went into the bathroom at Walmart so I can wipe up real quick. I got dressed. I think I already had my makeup done, thank God, because I would have been booked because I got there so much later than I thought I would. And I went out there and my winning personality won the contest. And
Hooray!
Woo! I didn't feel so bad about shitting my pants then.
I'm glad you were already made up. That's a life lesson right there.
Yes.
Always show up in full makeup just in case you need extra time to shit your pants.
Oh, I'm so anal about that.
So why do you think you like to do comedic stuff as opposed to a more traditional or straight burlesque? I'm not sure how to word it, but you know what I mean.
I think it's just more fun. And I mean, I know that you can have fun doing, classic acts or, straight sexy acts. But I'm not really a sexual person. When I do sexual stuff on stage, I don't think of it as sexual. I think of it more as like part of the punchline. I used to do an act to Pour Some Sugar on Me that I would like to reinvent and do it again. And I had donuts on the boobs and one on my cooster. And I would take my glove off through the donut on top. And at one point I would play with the donut downstairs. And I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like I was like, well, technically it's, insinuating masturbation. But in my mind, I was like, look at this donut. I'm just going to fuck with it. People are going to think this is hilarious. Like they're going to know what it means. But I've always found it so fun and more memorable when I've seen musicals and shows. Whenever somebody did something hilarious, I remember that more than like the main character in a musical. I gravitate towards the comedic relief. So yeah. I like making people smile. I like smiling.
Laughter is an aphrodisiac. I mean, people want to bone the funny person.
I want those comedy groupies. What can I tell you?
I understand you have a drag persona that you're considering debuting.
Yes, yes. His name is Fred Calamari. I fell in love with the thought of him. I've always been more, when I first started, I would do more masculine acts. Almost every act I did, I was dressed as a man. And most of them, I didn't even have to do dressed as a man. Like it could have worked for any gender. But for some reason, I think it was just adding a mustache. I thought that was necessary. And it is. Just the idea of this quirky old Italian guy named Fred Calamari. Like, what a stupid name. It sounds like a fake name somebody gives you when they're trying to sell you watches out of their trench coat. Maybe I'll just sell fried calamari out of my trench coat. I already have one piece of costuming planned out. It's a blazer. I already have the base, and it looks like the checkered tablecloths that they have at Italian restaurants.
Of course.
The white and the red, and then I want to have spaghetti and meatballs on each shoulder, just kind of dripping down. And I actually found a bow tie pasta. Bow tie, yeah. And so it'll just be crazy, just stupid is what I want to go for, is just over the top, kitschy, very like, you know what Fred Calamari is about. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be something Italian, but like it probably will be.
Might as well be.
And
I mean, if you're Italian, that makes it okay, right?
Oh, always. I know I've always wanted to do an Italian themed show, but I know I was afraid people would think like, oh, you have to only be Italian to apply. Which no, anything, anybody can do anything Italian. You don't have to be Italian to do it.
It's one of the few groups I think you can still do that with. I think you could get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a wasp. I would have anybody come and mock a wasp. I can't imagine there would be much of a backlash. Now, I have a question. Why shrimp cocktail? Why did you choose that name?
Originally, I went by jumbo shrimp. And that worked out for one whole day. And then I was like, shrimp cocktail. That's fancy. And it's got shrimp in there. I was like, that's perfect. That's the perfect name. And then I didn't even think about the branding at that point, but the amount of shrimp puns that I've been able to use.
I love the name. It's very eye-catching, and it definitely is easy to remember. It invites endless puns, which are always appreciated, by me at least.
That's what I want, is puns. My name's not super punny, but I love it.
Well, I'm glad to see you coming out of your shell.
Oh.
Well, shrimp cocktail, thank you so much. I have thoroughly enjoyed chit-chatting with you. Bye-bye.
Bye.